Basketball fans, it's that time of year again. The NBA is back, and from opening tip-off to buzzer beaters, BetOnline has you covered with the best odds, biggest promotions, and live in-game betting on all your favorite teams. This season, every game matters. BetOnline has every stat, matchup, breakdown, and live odds to bet on during the game. And it's not just the NBA. BetOnline has odds on everything from football, MLB playoffs, NHL, to political props. Head to the website today to get in on the action with America's most trusted site for online wagering. BetOnline, the game starts here. Welcome to a special episode of Bleav in Falcons. I'm your host, Ovie Mughelli, as always, my co-host, Michael Turner, and we have our first O-lineman sighting on the Bleav in Falcons podcast, Kaleb McGary, blessing the pod, showing us some love, and giving us a chance to ask all the questions. As you know, I don't know if you know this, Kaleb, but Mike's one of the best tailbacks in Falcons history. I'm one of the best fullbacks in Falcons history, and together we are one of the baddest RB combos ever. And we were that because our offensive line, Tyson Clabo, Harvey Dahl, Todd McClure, Justin Blaylock, and Sam Baker, they were everything to us. Like, I was a little baby offensive lineman, but the O-line and the running backs, we were a crew that were the engine that made that run we had from 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12, Matt Ryan's glory years were a lot easier because we were running the damn ball. We were running the damn ball. So you are doing the same with Bijan, with Tyler Algiers. I don't know why I asked her, Tyler Algier. Those guys are so much fun to watch, but they're that much fun to watch because you and your team and your squad are doing your thing, man. But congrats on the win against the Bucs. Before I get into a bunch of details, how do you feel, man? How is Kaleb McGary feeling about the season and where you're at with the run game as of right now?
Great, man. I mean, blessed to have won this last game. It's always awesome to get to sweep a divisional opponent. A lot of hard work. It's always a hard fight in divisional play. As you guys, I'm sure, remember. Yeah. So it was awesome to get that second one over Tampa, and like you said, getting to run the ball as much as we have has been awesome. It's great, man. It's the stuff you hope for as a lineman.
Okay. Right. Good stuff, man. So how does it feel as far as the season? How do you feel like the season's going so far? Like we're in first place. Yes. What's the attitude like going into this week against Dallas?
Great, man. Expectations are high. We're gonna go out there and do our best to make sure that we keep putting out the product that we want to go out there and perform as best we can every weekend. And morale is good. Guys are just wanting to, maintain as high a level of play as possible now. Looking not to take any steps backwards. It's never good losing a game, but it happens. It's the NFL, and just got to get back on the saddle, which is what we're trying to do, and make sure we stay there.
Yeah.
So here's my question. You've been through the one or two coaching changes. You came in 2019, right?
Yep, 2019. This would be my second change.
Okay, so you were here for Dan Quinn.
Yep.
Yeah, Dan Quinn to Arthur Smith to Raheem. And with that, I assume new running back coach, new offense coordinator. I haven't double checked, but I'm pretty sure you had new, coaches all the way around. When this coaching staff came in and they were trying to, establish the culture and the new way of thinking for the whole team, what did they say to you, or how did they come across regarding how we're going to run the ball? Because whatever they said, whatever they've done, we've seen a huge change in the attitude and the culture. But what do they say to you guys to get you guys fired up and in lockstep with them to where running the ball now is not just something that we do every now and then? It's a key part of our formula to winning games.
Yeah. I mean, it's running the run game, and my opinion, and I think a lot of offensive linemen's opinion, is something you kind of have to commit to. Not every run is going to be, a 8+ yard gain. Some it might start out slow, but you got to kind of keep hammering away. And the coaches have been willing to stick with it. Even when it's been difficult, and it's been awesome as an offensive lineman. It really makes you feel like you're believed in, I think. And it doesn't feel like just because one play goes wrong, it costs you, a whole part of the game plan, so to speak. I think these coaches have been awesome about being willing to really stick with it.
Right. I want to ask you about the two dynamic running backs we got in the backfield with Bijan and Tyler Algier. When you blocking for those guys, do you block it when you got the same play? you block a little different for one than the other, or is like y'all go at it the same way and just let them do their magic?
Go at it the same way, let them do their thing, man. That's our job is to go forward, and their job is to find any crack or crevice to sneak through.
Okay, all right. Cool.
I love it. They're awesome, man. There's no better feeling than getting a good block on, and then watching that little ass of Tyler's or Bijan fly right back. I love it. I love it, man.
Yeah.
I wasn't quite an offensive lineman, but I got a small version of that being a fullback. And you have a good block. You're like, please. I hope he followed the block. I hope he followed the block. Then I see Mike on the ground. God dang it, Mike. Right here. I know I've seen you guys. I know every offensive lineman. I'm a baby offensive lineman. We have that feeling to where if we crush somebody, put them in the dirt, we're looking up, cloud of dust, like, where's the running back? And he's right there next to you. Like, come on, man. It's the A gap, not the B gap. So, we come on.
You know I was on point with you on
Mike was pretty good. Me and Mike had the same brain for most parts. When I blocked outside, he'd hook them, and I went, you kick out block. It was cool.
If the play was busted, it's Ovie's fault.
No. If the play was busted, it's Mike's fault. Let's be clear, Kaleb. Let's make it very clear. But, what I've seen from you, which has been great, is that you progress every single year. And it's hard to get better in the league because these guys are big, they're fast, and they're getting better too. Like, what have you done? Take us behind the scene a little bit, because our viewers, our listeners, they want to understand, like, how do you survive year after year after year as an NFL lineman? You're the top 1% of the top 1%. Like, what are you doing physically? What are you doing mentally to be able to be at your best for your team every single year?
I mean, it's tough. There's a tremendous amount of physical effort, obviously, but I think what people don't realize is the amount of like mental and emotional effort you have to put into it. It's not it's not something you could treat like a hobby. Like you have to really work, and even then things don't always go well. Like I've had plenty of bad games, and I don't sleep after those games like anybody else would. No matter what. Like it's always going to get to you.
Yeah.
You just gotta be willing to stick with the process and the grind in yourself, and you kind of gotta keep believing no matter what. You just gotta be almost like a foolhardy man of faith. You just gotta keep pushing, keep believing, and you gotta be willing to stick with it when it gets tough, because it's tough a lot. Ton of time in the off season, tremendous amount of time dedicated to staying in shape and improving your body. That is I think a big deal in the NFL, is guys who really work to take care of themselves and try to keep and maintain their body. I think those are the guys you see that can stick around, and the guys that can separate themselves and improve and stuff.
Yeah. So you talked about, something that was key for me. What you put in your body matters, but I'm a fat ass, and I love to eat pizza and Chinese and hot dogs and everything. So I don't. It was so hard when a month or two before training camp, I was like, all right, let me tighten up, man. What does Kaleb McGary do to get in shape? Do you have the luxury, because you're still young, to eat whatever you want? Doesn't affect you. You just work out hard, eat what you want, or do you have one of these personal chefs that's in your house and cooks you the very macro detailed meals to where it has to meet your schedule and your dietitian? Are you that guy? You're like, forget it. Kaleb's going to eat what Kaleb's going to eat.
Unfortunately, I'm neither. My professional in-house cook is my lovely wife, who does a wonderful job. She does a wonderful job.
Yeah, make sure you say that.
I wish I could eat with reckless abandon. I wish I could eat with reckless abandon. No, I have to, just like you said, I have to kind of keep an eye on it, especially in the weeks leading up to training camp. Really got to work to tighten it up. Work out really hard in the interim, and I probably get away with a few more cartons of ice cream than maybe I should, because I work out hard, and unfortunately for the moment I am on the younger end. So what's your go-to cheat meal?
Oh yeah. Gotta have a go-to
cheat meal.
Cheat meal.
Ooh. Oh man.
Mine was easy pizza. I'm a pizza guy all day. Deep dish Chicago style pizza for me.
You say what that?
Dude, it's almost not a cheat meal, but if I had to really pick, probably just an incredible steak dinner with
lobster
and stuff, like really good steamed vegetables. Just, dude, that's honest to God,
that loaded baked potato.
Yeah, talk to me. Yeah, you get it.
Yep.
All right, last question about
big ass freaking carton of ice cream afterwards.
You're right.
I'm a fiend.
There you go.
Sounds good. I'm actually hungry now, man.
Right.
I don't know if you know, Caleb, but I was your size a year ago. I still hadn't lost the pandemic weight. I was 325 pounds. How much you weigh right now?
I'm around 345.
Ooh, man. That's
right.
a big thing. Man, all right. So I was almost your size. And I lost weight because I was doing all types of crazy exercises. One thing I was doing that got me through the NFL. And I tell every young player, people say, "Oh, Ovie, how did you become an all-pro player and last NFL for 10 years?" I said, you got to do things a little bit different. You got to do more than everybody else. And so I was a hot yoga fiend. I was out there with the soccer moms doing hot yoga every offseason. During the season, I stopped. But to prepare every offseason, I was out there, stretching and trying to, get my muscles right. And it worked, man. It wasn't just that, but I was searching out for anything that can give me that edge. Is there anything you did to train that you think was, a little bit different or helped you become the guy who's staying in the year every year and getting better?
So, I mean, in terms of like unique exercise and stuff, I do. It's not really unique, but I do a lot of hiking. I do a lot of hiking. I do a lot of swimming. I love to swim. Love swimming.
Really
good for you. Oh yes, swimming is excellent for you.
All right.
And I do a lot of functional strength training, which it encompasses some Olympic lifts and some hit routines once in a while, but lots of functional strength, like log carries, things like that.
Wow, like you're literally doing the Rocky stuff where you're going in the mountains
a little bit,
and getting your Viking on and cutting down trees and carrying them to your house, and that's impressive.
Hey, gathering firewood can be very good for your core.
Right.
Yeah,
that reminds me of Rocky Ford.
Absolutely, man.
So tell us about Kirk Cousins, man. His leadership in the locker room. How does he affect this team? Like, you had a couple of different quarterbacks throughout your career. So how is he different than anybody else?
I mean, I was fortunate to get to play with Matt Ryan for a little while, so I had a good quarterback when I got here, and everybody's got their differences, got their strengths and stuff. I think Kirk is a great guy. It's wonderful to have another Christian man on the team. Especially one, like he is an incredible Christian individual. I think he leads the team very well. He's very vocal and very supportive. He's demanding of his peers. It's great. It's awesome. It's great to get to be a part of.
And that actually makes a difference. I grew up in the church, Caleb, and when I got to Baltimore, we had our kicker, Matt Stover. He was part of the Federation of Christian Athletes, and he did our chapel on Saturday, and was the guy that everyone went to when things were spiraling out of control. And for me, my first year, I told you before the pod started, I was terrified. Like people are scared. They go, it's Halloween tomorrow, around the corner. Like, people are scared. Boo. Like, I was terrified of my teammates, the defense. Like, you see Peter Boulware, Ray Lewis, and you see like Hartwell, Bart Scott. These guys weren't just like big, strong, and mean. Like, they were talking a lot. And I'm more of a, Mike knows me. I don't talk that much. I talk a little bit, but I'm more of just get the job done, keep it quiet, do my stuff. And after getting hit over and over, and back in our day, we had to play through concussions. After playing through concussions, sitting at my locker, not knowing where I was, I said, Matt Stover, I don't know if I can do this. And it was just, I could tell that he wanted me to win and succeed, and taking the time to really give me the comfort, the support that I needed. It was special. And so Kirk seems like the type of guy that actually cares about his teammates, actually wants them all to win, and is not going to be concerned if, are you a starter? Are you a backup? Are you a practice squad guy? Someone like that, I feel like, and just from outside looking in, we feel like was the glue that kind of brought not just the offense, but the whole team together. Has he had that effect on the defense as well?
I mean, I certainly think he's a guy that the team wants to and is happy to rally around.
Yes.
He's a well-experienced player. He's a good player, and he's a great guy. And that already is going to make other guys, other teammates gravitate towards you. And I think he does. I think he does a great job with it. It's awesome.
Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. So is he when somebody messes up? Is he a in your face guy?
Get effing set.
No.
Oh, Matthew, right.
He doesn't explode on you. He's not afraid to tell you if something gets messed up, but he's not really much of a screamer.
Okay, all right. It's even kill, huh?
A little bit.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's the pros. Pretty much everyone knows when they mess up.
Yes.
Right.
Whether they admit it or not, that's different. But
All right. I want to ask you about Dallas, man. How's this Dallas defense looking to you? Let's look forward to the game. Look forward to Sunday. Like, what do you see in this team that's coming in town?
They got a lot of good players, man. This is the NFL. You know, everyone looks at records and stuff, and you can't honestly, as a player, you kind of got to throw that stuff out. Any team on any day, it doesn't matter. We could be undefeated right now, and we would need to approach these guys with extreme caution.
Yeah, right.
Dude, it's the league that. The worst player in the NFL at any position can beat anybody else on any given day.
Yes.
Especially if someone thinks they got an easy game and they're not preparing, and that guy really, really dives into it and gets ready. Man, any day. And that's kind of it's the boring answer, but it's the truth, man. There ain't no scrubs in the league, man.
Right. We know, brother. We know.
We've been there. We've been there.
So they're a good team. We're gonna have to play good, disciplined football. We're gonna have to get our assignments right, be where we're supposed to be on time. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be a hard fought win.
Yeah, but I mean, I understand that, you know, every game has to be important, one game at a time. But part of you has to be able to just take a little exhale, because you're 2 games away from tying your record last year, and you're on top of the NFC South, and you're Kings of the South. You know, you can have a little rap group, Kings of the South. You're doing the thing that we've been wanting you to do for years, showing that with a great team, you guys can play great football. So I'll do it for you. You just take it game at a time, and me and Mike will celebrate the small wins. We're celebrating the fact that we're 5-3. This is great. Again, we're not where we need to be. We're not stopping, but as of right now, it's exciting to be a Falcons fan, to see how we are now coming together, because the first couple games, things weren't how we wanted them. We obviously, you were disappointed. We were disappointed against the Steelers when we lost to Justin Fields, and we felt like we should have won that game. But I don't think that the whole team had shaken off that rust. You know, you guys didn't play. Did you play in the preseason at all? Any snaps in the preseason?
No. I don't believe the starters.
See, so that part there, me and Mike, we got on our porch, and our old man back in our day started to play in preseason. This whole save your body stuff is foolishness. And so we feel like it took a while for you guys to get on the same page. Once you did, it's magic. 500-yard games, 200-yard rushers. You guys were doing amazing things, but now I feel like we're in the thick of it, and you guys have really showed how you've come together. Kirk knows where the receivers are going to be. He's throwing the ball before they're making their breaks. You guys are trusting your running backs. You're making blocks, and they're trusting you, knowing where to go. It's fun to watch. And, as a guy who thinks he has 1 or 2 more plays in them, like, I want to jump at the screen and just, jump in there with you guys, make some blocks and, celebrate. But at the same time, my knees wouldn't allow me to. So we'll let you do it, man. Mike, any more questions before we get Kaleb out of here?
No, man. Do you have a message for the fans? Because Dallas fans travel, and I hope our fans didn't sell the tickets to these fans coming in here. But sometimes you got to take that money. I understand, but but Dallas is gonna be like 50. I'm guessing it'll be like 50-50. Yeah. Do you have a message for fans to hold on to those tickets and come to the game? Don't sell to any Cowboys.
Absolutely, man. We love having you guys there. Like that's why we do it. We do it for the fans, to hear the roar of the crowd, man. We love that stuff. And trust me, I get it. I come from, less than wealthy circumstances when I was younger. I get, needing the money, but If you don't, man, we'd love to see you in those stands. That's what we do.
And loud,
that's
and loud, and loud.
Yeah, absolutely. Top of your lungs. Top of your lungs.
Yeah. That's what we need. We need that energy. We need that energy in there this Sunday, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, my last question for you, Caleb, before I get out, and me and Mike again had a chance to be with an epic offensive lineman group. Talk about your brothers. Talk about the other fellow offensive linemen, your brotherhood, like how that's been to work with this crew, because you guys are doing great work together. But just give me some, give me a fun story about the offensive lineman room, because I got 1,000 stories about the running back meeting room where somebody's falling asleep, or we got a prank or a rookie hazing, or not hazing, some rookie jokes. Tell me about your running back, your offensive line group, because that's a room that a lot of people would love to kind of be a fly on the wall and see how you guys interact and connect, because you're obviously close. You can't not be close to be able to operate as one unit and go out there and keep Kirk safe, as well as block for your two great running backs.
Yeah, no, I'm incredibly blessed to get to play with these guys. They are true professionals, and they are excellent at what they do. Obviously, I get to play next to Chris Lindstrom, who is an incredible guard. The dude is amazing. Our center, Drew, outstanding. Bergeron, our left guard, another great player. And then Jake Matthews, left tackle.
Oh man, Jake!
He's been there. Since the earth was cool.
Unbelievable.
Flew a pterodactyl, to the facility back in the day. So he claims.
No,
it was, dude. It's awesome. They're a bunch of great guys. Good senses of humor too. It's a really rare thing I think we have here. Where we are actually friends with each other, and we care about and support one another. We hold each other to a standard, but everyone wants to meet that standard. It's never. I'd like to think that everyone knows that no matter what, like everyone's always trying to do their best. It's a really special thing, man.
Okay, enough with the corporate answer. Who's the prankster, and who's the one that farts all the time? Somebody has to ask.
Oh boy,
who's the prankster?
There has to be those.
Both. Ironically, both are kind of me, I think. It's it was getting. I got a story, a little bit of a story for you.
There we go. Give us one.
It's not super exciting because most of the time we're at work, and we try to, for the most part, behave ourselves.
Right. Yeah.
It had been a long camp. I think last year it was a long camp last year. We're kind of right in the middle of it, and that mid camp grind where everyone's slogging through.
Been there.
I bought these buttons that make noise when you hit them. Like a goat scream and shit like that. And so I'd wait till somebody would start talking with someone, and then I'd hit one of those things in the middle of it, and everyone start laughing and whatnot. So I started doing that till I made everybody hate them, and now they hate them.
So you didn't bring them back this year? You didn't bring them back this year?
Oh no, they're there. They still hate them. I keep after them.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely. I keep after them.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's solid. That is great. Well, Caleb, man, we're gonna let you get out of here and get ready for the Cowboys. Mike will be there. I'll be there. We'll be screaming our heads off, trying to cheer you guys on. But we really appreciate you coming on the pod, being our first offensive lineman guest, and giving us a little bit behind the curtain of what you guys do to be as great as you are. So, man, have a good night and rise up, baby.
Appreciate you guys. Rise up, man.
Rise up. All
right. Well, while these Dallas Cowboys are going to test our Falcons, see if we can get to 6-3, I think that a great way to test yourself and see if you want to recover the way that you should is to have some cherry bunny. See how I work that in? I had to work around to get back there. But yeah, cherry bunny is something that Mike uses, I use, my kids use, because we're all pretty active in the Mughelli household. I don't know how you do in the Turner household, but we're trying to stay slim, stay fit. And when we're on a walk today, my daughter and me were walking our dog, and we wanted to see who's faster, me or her, because I let her think that she's faster than her daddy, but she actually was moving, so I had to get in gear so I didn't lose my daughter. And I may or may not have pulled my hamstring. Not saying that cherry bunny fixes pulled hamstrings, but I did feel a little better after I got some of this tart cherry juice up my system. So I think cherry bunny is something that everyone who's trying to recover, stay healthy, should try. Cherrybunny.com. Check it out. All right, Mike. So these Dallas Cowboys, I've learned I've learned from my mistakes that we cannot, like our friend Kaleb McGary said, look past anyone. Now, I want to look past Dallas. I want to assume this is a win. I want to talk about us having a blowout, double-digit, showing. But I also know that any given Sunday, anything can happen. And we can play the best game possible, interception, turnover, fumble. We're back in it. So we got to lock in against these Cowboys because we should beat them. And the only thing that's keeping us from beating them is us. Dak Prescott is – I feel bad for the Cowboys because I grew up in Texas. I was a Cowboys fan back when the triplets were there. Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, Troy Aikman. And so I got Cowboy stuff in my in my office. Like, Emmitt Smith was the – get this. Back when we did rookie symposiums for the whole NFL, he was the rookie symposium speaker in 2003 when I got drafted, and I was starstruck. So I'm a big Cowboys fan. Hate that the Cowboys have sucked year after year after year after year. And even if they don't suck, they go to the playoffs and they suck. So I feel bad for Dak. I want him to win when he's not playing us. But this ain't one of those years. Jerry is I don't want to say he's a bad owner, but he may want to give those reins to somebody else. I'm not sure if he's still GMing, but the Cowboys, they're a mess.
He is.
He is. So the Cowboys are a bit of a mess right now. And we need to capitalize on that, not take that as a reason to relax because we can get beat by Dak, CeeDee Lamb, and company. Their defense is a little soft, like you said earlier. But if we don't come to play, we can lose.
Right. So I hope we learn from Seattle game. No, don't come out flat. Come out strong. We at home. Just don't play around with these guys because they are a dangerous team. But in the air, they're more dangerous. But they've been struggling with the run games, and we've been struggling stopping the run. So maybe this game we can stop the run, get some confidence on stopping the run. Don't let these boys run on us because if they get anything on the ground, it's going to look bad for us.
If you give them some hope, that's the thing about these teams. And back in our day, we used to be very clear about stomping out that hope early on because you give them a little hope, you give them a little taste of, oh, we got a chance to win this. Oh, we could do some things. We're getting first downs. We got an early touch. No. And special teams hasn't really been a big thing except for Younghoe Koo hitting field goals and missed a couple, but he's human. But we can't let them have a special teams win. That's when things go, out the window where you're doing your thing on offense, defense, but you forgot about this third part, which you didn't play much of. But I spent a large amount of my NFL career on the special team side. I know how a special team punt return, kickoff return, if we get together and say, hey, offense ain't going to do this, defense ain't going to do this, we're struggling. It's up to us. Like, we had those meetings with Coy Wire and everybody else and say, it's up to us, Jarius Norwood, and we would make something happen. We punch the ball out, do something like that. We got to make sure we lock in on the special team side as well, because if we do our job, we'll be fine. If we get a little bit lax, we'll be here talking about this on our next podcast. What happened to the Falcons? We missed an opportunity. Win. No, I don't want that. I want us to win this game so we can have another Victory Monday. We forgot to ask Kaleb about Victory Monday.
I was going to ask.
I'm going to text him. Did you have Victory Monday?
Right.
Yes or no?
It's one of those games, man. We should win. We're supposed to win. We hear the speeches all the time, but we got to win and just head into just keep the season rolling, man. Get another win streak going. And we should beat the Cowboys, man. I know they're a little hurt, they're a little wounded, and they had an embarrassing game last week. But look, don't let them make up for it on us, not on our watch.
No, not for us, man. Bleav in Falcons. Y'all get out there early, get in your seats, be loud, and don't sell all your tickets. I mean, you can sell a couple. Don't sell all your tickets. Like, you need to show up and make sure that the Falcons know, or that the Cowboys know that they're in the Falcon Stadium. It's going to be loud. It's going to be on us to make it happen.
All right, cool, man. Yep.
I Bleav in Falcons, baby.
Bleav in Falcons, man.
Yes, sir.